Good day everyone, this is Karen here again with another video, and within this video we'll be doing DNS forward and lookup zones. So within our last video we would have set it up DHCP server. So first of all we're gonna open the command prompt and we're gonna do a forward lookup zone on our client machine. So for this prompt you're going to type in ns lookup space and your client's machine name. In my case it was user 1. You click enter, and here what the forward lookup zone actually doing, it taking the input entry of a name and it bringing back the IP address that it is related to. So from my last video, our DHCP server would have provided this IP address for this client machine, 192.168.1.236. I'm gonna do our next NS lookup on my server. Alright, and here it bring back the name of the server along with the domain name and the address that it is tied to, the IP address it is tied to. Alright, in order to do reverse lookup zone now, we actually have to go into our DNS to configure that. So we can X off command prompt, go into server manager, you want to hit tools, then open DNS, and this brings up your DNS manager. You want to expand the arrow pointing towards reverse lookup zone, right click on reverse lookup zone, click new zone, and now we're going to actually configure a new zone for this reverse lookup. Hit next, leave it on primary zone, next. I'm going to leave it on the default because I want all the DNS server running on domain controller in this domain, which is my domain. Next, I'm working with IP version 4, so I would leave it on that. Here you want to enter your network ID. In my case it will be 192.168.1. click next. I'm gonna leave it on this default to allow only secure dynamic updates. Next, and you click finish after. Now under this new zone we created, we have to create a pointer. So in order to do that, you would go back into forward lookup zone, and it was already listed here since we was able to do forward lookup zones. For my client machine, which was user 1, I'm going to right click on it and click properties, and here I'm going to update. You want to make sure this is checked, update associated pointer, and you click apply, you click OK. I'm going to do the same thing for my server machine. Make sure it is checked and you click apply. You click OK, and when you come back into reverse lookup now, you want to refresh here and you would see both of them appear, which I just added. And now I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to do a reverse lookup zone using command prompt to see if it works. So you type CMD, so it brings up the command prompt, and I'm gonna do a reverse lookup for my client machine first. So you type up ns lookup space, and the IP address for my client machine was 192.168.1.236. You hit enter. So here it brings up the name of the client machine, which is user 1, and it is connected to my domain, and it brings up the address that we just entered. So with reverse lookup, we saw that you enter the IP address and it links you back to the name it is tied to. I'm gonna do one more on the server now, NS lookup space. The server IP is 192.168.1.201. Alright, again it brought up the name of my server, which is my server, the domain it is tied to, and the IP address it is tied to. Alright, so that is how you do forward lookup and reverse lookup on DNS. As always, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Take care.